Hey everybody, it's Jen. Thank you so much for clicking on my video today. I am going to be doing a video of swatching all of my MAC blushes for you guys. Everything I have in my collection, I'm going to swatch for you guys that has to do with MAC. I have a lot, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to be using a blush brush from Mirabella. Looks like that. And yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to first use the two that I have in my project pan, and those are Lovejoy and Breezy. So I want to make sure I keep those separate because I'll forget to put them back in there. Not a project pan, but a Shop My Stash. So I just want to keep those separate. So I'm going to start with Lovejoy, which is a mineralized blush. It looks like that. It's really pretty. You do not need a lot, and it's really, really gorgeous. I'm not going to be doing finger swatches because I just feel like that's not really how you wear blush, so I want you guys to see how they're worn. Oh, and I forgot to turn on my light. That's really awesome. So now that I have some light, I'm going to show you Lovejoy, which is a mineralized blush from MAC. And it's just a really, really pretty, kind of reflective type blush. It's really gorgeous. And then the next one that I'm going to use is Breezy. I'm going to try and do this as fast as possible because they're all in their containers. So hopefully I get through this relatively quickly. The next one is Breezy, and this is a sheer tone shimmer blush. And I'm just going to put that on the top of my hand over here. So the reason I'm using a blush brush again is because I just want you guys to see how they would sheer out on your face. So this is just really pretty. It's kind of has like a reflection to it, so it picks up some of the light. So it's really pretty. It's this one here. Hopefully, I don't know if you guys can see that better there. So next I'm going to show you some of my extra dimension blushes, and this one is in Faux Sure, so it looks like that. It's so pretty. It's just a really gorgeous, it looks like a reflective blush. Extra dimension is like really, really pretty. And I'm just going to put that on the back of my hand. Now some of these I haven't even used, so they've never even been swatched. And I don't know how much you're going to be able to tell the difference, but it's this one down here. It is so pretty. I might even like finger swatch beside. Maybe I should do that so you guys can actually see that as well. But these ones have that really like, you don't need highlighter kind of reflection with these blushes. They're very pretty. The next one I have is in Cheeky Bits, and it's kind of like a peachy pink tone. And I think I've worn this one once, but again, you don't need a whole lot, and they sheer out really nicely, but it also adds so much impact. Like if you definitely want to get that reflection going in your cheeks, this is the way to go. So I have swatched that here, and I've also done a finger swatch just underneath it. This is probably going to get real awkward for me really fast. The next one that I have is in Sweets for My Sweet. This one is more of like a calmed pink. I don't know how to, like, it's more like a peach pink, but a little, it's not so like vibrant. This one's really gorgeous. It's just a soft pinky peach. It's like, you don't have to go to too much effort, and it's just really nice and like natural looking. This one is Just a Pinch. So this is a light peach one. So, and it's this one right, right here. You can barely even see it, and I'm so sorry. I have such hairy arms. So much blush, you guys are gonna think I'm crazy. And then I also have Telling Glow. So it's just down here. This one's Fairly Precious. It's really, really soft. Very pretty though. This one is in Rosy Cheeks. I haven't used this one yet, so today will be my first view on this. So this one is Rosy Cheeks. And I mean, I hope this is helping you, because rather than doing finger swatches, that isn't really something I feel like is going to help you when wearing a blush, because you're not going to be finger swatching it onto your face that hard. So I want to show you guys what they look like, how you would wear them. So I have a couple of blushes here from collections. I don't remember what collections these are called. I just know I had to have these at the time and I don't wear them. I should, but I don't. I have my few favorites that I go to constantly, and I'll talk about those a little later. But yeah, so this one's the Proenza Schuler collab in the shade Ocean City. So it's a nice ombre peach blush. Just down here, it's kind of it's like really nice in person, but it looks kind of patchy, and you can see where I'm laying my arm on the desk. Sorry about that. This one is really pretty, so I might have to bring this one out of my collection and actually start using it. Next one is Sunset Beach, and it's the same thing, the Proenza Schuler line. With MAC, or collaboration with MAC, and it's the more pink tone. Really pretty. This one is from I don't know which collaboration or collection, but it's a See Me Hear Me. You guys probably know what this one is. I can't remember what it was called. It's an extra dimension blush. Those other ones just said ombre blushes, so I think they were just matte ombres, but this one is an extra dimension blush. And it's a very, very pretty, wearable, very neutral, like a mauvey pink. It's very pretty. And again, I'm using a lot of pressure and a lot of product. So when you're seeing these on my arm, even though I'm using my blush brush, it's probably a lot more than you would wear them. But I'm definitely enjoying taking a look at these, because I have a lot of really pretty blushes that I'm just not wearing, which is ridiculous. This is from the collection. I don't even know. It looks like this. It's fun packaging. It's called Hypnus, and it's a frost blush. Again, have never used it. It is untouched. I don't collect anymore. I used to collect everything. I had to have every MAC blush. Of course, I didn't get every MAC blush because I just don't have the money for that. But yeah, I have to start using this stuff because it's just stupid to pay. For me anyway, I'm not saying it's stupid for other people, but for me, it's stupid to buy my products and not use them, because I'm not a collector by any means, so it would just be a waste of my money to have it sit there. But this one is so gorgeous. I am going to be bringing this one out for sure. This is just a really pretty peachy pink, really pretty blush. That is pretty. This is from the Sharon Osbourne collection. I bought this because of the red packaging. I don't know why. I think it was so stupid for me to do that, because packaging just goes to the garbage or back to MAC anyway. And again, this is an untouched blush. It's in the shade Peaches and Cream, and it's a satin. And it's this one right here. Very gorgeous. It is incredibly beautiful. So this is Spring Sheen, and it is a sheer tone shimmer blush. One is Spring Sheen. The next blush that I have is called Two Virtues, and it's a mineralized blush, and I bought this so long ago. You can probably see how much I've used it. I loved this blush so much when I was younger, and it was like everything. I had to wear it all the time. It seems to be holding up pretty well. It doesn't have any weird bumpies or anything on it, so I still keep it in my collection, like a blue toned pink, but this is it here. It's really pretty. The next one I have is Plum Foolery, which is a sheer tone shimmer blush. And that's it here. So this one is a actually really pretty blush. The next one I also have here is Ambering Rose, which again is a sheer tone shimmer blush. But that's so pretty. This one's the burnt, what is this one called? Ambering Rose. I do actually wear this one a lot more than, what's this one called here again? Plum Foolery. So I wear Ambering Rose a lot more. It's called Wrapped Candy. And it's this one here. That is so beautiful. It's very much a mauvey purpley tone. It is so gorgeous. Hushed tone. Same thing, extra dimension blush, and I have worn this one, it looks like, or at least have swatched it, and I have so much. Like, this is only a third and we're not even close to being done yet. So that's that one here. So I have a bunch in front of me right now, and these are pink and red vibrancy. I'm really excited to swatch all these ones, and I think I wear quite a few of these ones. The first one I have is it's just a powder blush in the satin finish, and it's called Let's Be Friends. It's coming off a little more blue on screen, but it is definitely a very blue, blue toned pink for sure. So this is it here. That is one of my favorites. I love this blush so much. Pink Swoon, and it's a satin. I have a lot of the satin blushes. I love those ones a lot. So that's it there. It's really soft on my skin for some reason. It's not like picking up very well, but on the cheeks, I think it might be I didn't put enough primer there, and it could just be like floating off my arm hair. And I'm being serious about that. It's just right here. It's really pretty. Like, the swatch gives you more of what the color actually is than the actual brush swatch. So, the next one is Life's a Picnic, and it's a matte blush. I haven't worn this one yet. I think I finger swatched it once. It's so beautiful, and I will be pulling this one out as well. That's that one right here. And it's really pretty. That one's going to be staying out, and I'm going to be using that for my next Shop My Stash for sure. Oh My, which is a satin. Don't be scared of blush. I mean, you can put this on as light or as dark as you want, so you don't have to worry about the blush looking too crazy on you. Just go in with something light, and you can blend it out with your foundation if you feel like you've put too much on. I say that because these are really strong. So this one is Oh My. Highly recommend that if they still have that available. The next one is This Could Be Fun, which is a matte shade. Again, a nice blue tone pink. This one is This Could Be Fun, which is a matte, and it looks like this here. The next one is Frankly Scarlet, which is a red. It's a very nice red tone, and it's a matte blush. Last one in this little collection or section of my tub is called Peony Petal, which is a satin, and this is a little, it reminds me of the Nicki Minaj lipstick, like the bright soft baby blue pink, not baby blue, but like blue toned baby pink lipstick. This was what it would be like in a blush for me anyway. It's really pretty. These are a little deeper in tone. Some of them are still bright and vibrant, but some of these are a lot deeper, so really good for darker skin tones. But yep, I rock these still. The first one is Burnt Pepper, and it's a matte. So that is Burnt Pepper. Next we have Stubborn, which is a pro longwear blush. So that's the stubborn one, this one here. Next is Full Fuchsia, and it's a satin. This is the blush right here. I'm going off camera, aren't I? Right here. This is Full Fuchsia. Next is Spring Flock, and it is a matte shade. Right here. It's just a matte peachy. Next is Fever, which is a matte. Looks like this. This one is called A Little Lusty, and it's a satin. That shade here. You can see the difference in the two. This one's a little more burnt, and this one's a little more like a pinkier tone. Next is called Devil, and it's satin. So this one's Devil. This shade is called Margin, and it's a frost. So this is Margin here. If this is still available, I highly recommend this for very fair skin tones. It's so beautiful. Next is the shade Dame, and I feel like this is a little bit of a soft blue toned pink. Very, very soft and almost lilac-y kind of, and it looks like this. The last one in this section is Bubbles Please, and it's a mineralized blush. This one is in the other packaging, which I'm not a fan of. And that's it right here. So the next section that I have, I open them all up and I look at them before I swatch them all. And there is such a huge theme here. They're very close in shade. Some of them are peaches, like corally peaches, nude peaches. Some have a little bit more pink to them, but essentially these are very, very similar to each other. But these are my most used blushes. I just have never opened them all and looked at them together. I should show you guys. So this is what I'm looking at here, and they all look so similar. The first shade is Fleeting Romance, and it's a Pro Longwear blush, and this is so stunning. Looks like this. This next one is called Fleur Power, and it is a satin. And it looks like this. This one's really soft. It's very pretty, and it's one that I use like not a lot, but more so than most. But it's definitely not my most used for sure. The next one I have is called Spellbinder, and it's a satin, and this one's a really bright color. It's very, very soft, almost peachy coral, like almost like a pastel-y peachy coral. So I'm not even sure if you can see it, but it's right here on my skin. It's very, very light. It just gives that tiny bit of flush look in the skin, but it's very, very soft, pale. Probably something I'm not gonna use often, if at all. So I don't know why I bought it, because it's probably too light for my skin tone, especially in the summer. This one's called Pinch Me, and it's a shimmer, or sorry, a sheer tone blush. So Pinch Me sheer tone blush. And it's right here. It's very, very soft, because again, it's a sheer tone blush. So you're not going to get a whole lot of impact from it, but it's right here. Next is Melba, and it's a matte. This one I use often, actually. It doesn't look like it in the pan because obviously I have so much that I use, but I use this one often, especially when I want to go for a look where my skin is not shiny. I'm not wearing highlighter. I just want my skin to look really soft and sort of like rockabilly pinup style look when I do that kind of thing, this is the one that I would go to. The next one is called Blush Baby. So that's this one here. Again, a sheer tone blush, and it's called Blush Baby. It is so pretty. This next one is called Gingerly, and it's a sheer tone blush. This is the other one that I use, so it's not a matte, it's actually a sheer tone, but it gives such a nice, beautiful look to the skin. It's right here, and it's just so beautiful. This one is a matte, and it's in Desert Rose, and it's really gorgeous. And it is right here. It is so pretty. These probably don't look like much. I mean, when I'm swatching them like this, they probably don't look like a whole lot to you guys, but wow, like, I'm loving these. The next one is called Well Dressed, and it is a satin shade, and it's, again, a very, like, soft baby pink with a blue undertone to it. This one is really, really fair, so if you have very fair skin, this might be a really nice blush for you. So that's it here. I'm not even sure you're going to see it. It's like all in this area right here. I hope you can see that. The last three in this section are, I have like a few more left. This is almost, we're almost done. Almost done. So the last, the third last one I have here is Mocha, and this one is one of my very favorites. It's a matte shade, or a matte, I guess, finish. It's so beautiful. This is one of my very favorites. And it's this one here by my elbow. Very similar to that one, actually. It definitely goes on a little more, but I didn't put primer on that area, so it's a little softer, so I apologize about that. So the next color that I have is Prism, and that is a matte shade. I apologize if my lipstick has gone a little bit. I took a break because my battery died and I had to go eat something, and I haven't replenished. I should have reapplied it, replenished. You guys know what I'm talking about. I'm getting tired. So this is Prism, and it is a matte shade, and it's a really beautiful nude shade. So it's this one right here. It's kind of all over the place because that's like my wrist bone area, but it looks like that. I hope you guys can see that. It's just so beautiful. And then this is these last two were my very favorite, but this one is by far my favorite. I absolutely love this. I can't recommend this enough. If you're looking for a blush, something new, something a little more on the purpley tone, this is called Breath of Plum. And this is by far my favorite. I don't know how I don't have a dip in this. I've used this literally the most of any of my blushes. And I have a lot, but I literally use this one so often. It's absolutely gorgeous. And it looks like that. It's very soft on the skin. It's a nice purple shade. Again, it's a sheer tone blush, but it's my favorite blush from MAC by far, for sure. So I can't recommend that enough to you guys. The next ones I have are all, I believe, from special collections. So the next three are the MAC and Toledo blushes. These are all the ombre style blushes, and this one is in the shade Ripe Peach. I think a lot of people didn't love these because they seem like they didn't go on very well, but I find that honestly this is a really natural looking blush, like the way that it applies to my skin. So I have actually worn this one, and I think I've worn actually all of these if I'm not mistaken, but maybe like once or twice, but this was the one that I wore I think the most. And the next one is the same collection, and it's called Kindergarten Red. Not really sure what the hell that means, but you know, that's a name. Kindergarten Red. Not really something I've heard before. That one is right here. It's very soft and subtle. It's got such a light, like this side is super, super light. So it doesn't give you a lot of payoff, but it's a very natural flush look to the skin. And the last one that I have is called Azalea Blossom. And this was the purple to pink ombre. And that's Azalea Blossom right here. So it kind of looks like a bruise. It is better on the face, I'm not gonna lie. It's really pretty actually. But that's Azalea Blossom. On to the last two. This one is one of my very favorite. It's called Sweet Vision. Don't remember what collection this was in, but it's purple and pink packaging with gold trimming. And it looks like a pin cushion kind of, or a cushion with the, it's got little stars and stuff on it. I don't know. To me, it looks like a cushion with those buttons on it, but you know, I don't know. This is called Sweet Vision, and it's right here. It has a bit of a gold reflect to it, and the last one is in the regular MAC packaging, but it was a Justine Skye and MAC collection, and this is it's just called Justine Skye Iridescent Powder, but this to me is a blush. I wear this as a blush. So this is Justine Skye, and it's like a amethyst purpley type, very reflective blush. That's everything that I have for you guys. That's all my swatches of all of my MAC blushes except, oh, it's not. I still have these. I still have a few more, and then actually I have two more in this. Because one of them is supposed to go in this one, but I'm using Modern Mandarin right now. So I'll just quickly do finger swatches of these ones. This one is in the shade Buff. So it's just really, really a pretty color. This one is one of my very favorites to use as well. I find that it's very easy to wear. The next one is Modern Mandarin. Sorry I'm doing these ones so quickly, but I feel like you guys totally get that I've done so many already and completely forgot about these. So this is Modern Mandarin. This one is in the shade Peachy Keen. I think it doesn't say what finishes these are. I'm pretty sure Peachy Keen is a sheer tone just based on the feel of it. It's right there. This is in the shade Dolly Mix, and I believe is a sheer tone blush. This one is in the shade Full of Joy. It's just probably the lightest blue toned pink that I have in my collection. It's almost lavender here. Last but not least, this is Peaches by MAC, obviously. And that's Peaches by MAC. That one's a very beautiful peach color. That is everything that I have in my collection for MAC blushes. I don't think I've forgotten anything. But yeah, I am so happy to be able to share that with you guys. I hope the swatches were okay. Again, my lighting isn't the greatest. I'm still working on all of that stuff right now. But yeah, if you guys want to see anything else in my collection, let me know if you want to see any swatches or anything. I will be probably doing a collection video in the future. But yeah, let me know what you want to see down below in the comments. Please like and subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I will see you guys again later. Thank you for watching. Bye.